Welcome to Taking It Off Topic. I'm your host, Amanda Rankin. I'm here with my special guest, Gina Franco. And today we are going to be talking about friendship. So, Gina, thank you for joining me and taking time out to talk. So, welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for, I know it's so weird. Okay, we're going to get used to the podcast thing, right? Thank you for having me. I think it's actually a good topic for you and I to talk about because we've been friends for such a long time.
Seriously. So to give you guys a little bit of background about Gina and I, we've known each other for over 14, 15 years now.
It's going to be like 20 here pretty soon.
Pretty soon, yeah.
We met in like 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long
and
time
we
ago.
are rare friends because we met at work. And you know, I go to work. I don't really go there to make friends.
I cannot believe I managed to make a friendship with you work from being a work friend. Honestly, I remember telling Erica, like, I got to try with her. Like, this is a trying, like, I'm trying.
Not because, to be fair, not because I'm difficult.
Not because you're difficult, but you're good at that thing that I am not good at, which is like setting boundaries on people that you don't know. Like, I will start talking to a complete stranger about my health problems. Like, these are not good things.
They're not good things. I am like an onion. I have a lot of layers. Some are thick, some are thin.
Yeah.
And it takes, but I'm warm, right? So people feel like warm. they're in the onion. It's like, girl, you're on the outer layer, the very outer layer.
I remember you telling me this like ages ago, and I don't know if you remember it. And what was your ex-husband said about you that like, he was like, I think the way people see him is that I'm not nice to initially come up to, but then they get to know me and they realize how great and warm I am. And then you were like the exact opposite, where you're very friendly and opening and warm and kind and smiley, but to really get to know you is going to take like time and actually like be some work and some effort, because you're not going to give more than that surface to like everybody.
True.
Which I always thought was really interesting, and I think about a lot because I feel like I'm a weird mixture of the two.
Yeah. And I mean, that surface is very warm and inviting, but it's just not like, I'm not going to have you at my house.
No, I don't think you're rude at all. And I think the big problem with people and relationships is that they think they are really comfortable with people that they can trust and they really know and they can really rely on. Like, I think my automatic assumption is to assume I just know people like really well immediately when I meet them because I get some good vibe from them. And that's like really dumb.
And see, mine is the opposite. I'm like, you don't know me.
I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. I don't know who your siblings are. Yeah, it's not.
I don't know your people. I don't know you.
I think over time, and your friendship certainly has helped me like with those boundaries, honestly, because I'm like, well, I talked to Amanda and Amanda feels this way. And I like understand these things, honestly, in this way that I think it's good I'm not saying you've taught me to be more closed off. I just think you've taught me to be more like careful, like just thoughtful about.
Because everyone doesn't need access to you in different layers, right? Like there's layers to this. And
it matters and earn it also kind of. And that's another thing I think, you work on with your therapist and self-esteem is like realizing that you're worth not like having to show everybody that you are this like the best version of yourself or like the best kind of person. Like you don't need to offer that immediately to everybody.
I agree. But see, for me, the flip side of that is because I know who I am, when someone reads me wrong, then I'm like, hold up. And so I have to control that needing to defend, like that's not who I am. That's not my intent.
Yeah.
Whereas I used to be really big on that. Whereas now I'm just like, I'm fine with that.
Like you know what I mean? You don't understand me and that's fine.
And that's fine.
You're not gonna, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I know my intent. I told someone, my intent is never to offend, right? So if what I say offends you, then I'm concerned about that because that's never my intent. I said, but if what I say makes you feel a certain way or you don't like it, that's not my problem. Because I can't control how you feel, but I can control my intent because it's never to be offensive. But if you feel like, oh, I don't like the way she said that, I can't really control that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, you shouldn't spend your life worried about what other people are going to, I mean, you have to a certain extent. Like we live in a society, like it's important to acknowledge that. But yeah, that's one of those communication things that makes any kind of relationships with like other people, be them romantic or friendships or work relationships that you have, is like understanding how your intent is given and how it is received, and knowing they're very different. And then also knowing sometimes it's okay that there's a gap and sometimes maybe it's okay that it's not. I think the difference between, That's all right. The difference between you and me is sometimes I do intend to offend when I say something to somebody. I'm out to hurt a feeling, but not often. But yeah, like you can't always just assume the best of me. I was thinking when you were saying that, I'm like, no, sometimes I'm just kind of want to be an asshole.
I tried to hold on to the rule of always assume positive intent.
I think that's such a good thing to do, and I wish I did it more. Like I'm not saying I love that about me, but I think my impulse is always to be kind of defensive, and I don't know like why that is, but I feel very much like, no. What do you mean by that?
Like, yeah, because I mean, well, because the rule of thought behind it is because we always will give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. Like my intent was this, right? But we don't give it to the other person. Right. So I try to assume positive intent.
Well, also, most people don't. I don't think most people. I don't know. Controversial. I actually don't think most people are bad, horrible people with bad intentions. Agreed. I think we all have our complicated inner lives, and sometimes like it can be really difficult to live and interact with other people. And so, yeah, like you said, you give yourself the benefit of the, like when I'm driving, I give myself the benefit of the doubt for cutting somebody off because they were going too slow and I had to go this way or that way or whatever. But they can't do that. So I have, you definitely have to, I always go back to that. Like, you don't know what kind of day somebody's having. Yep. It can be we're so off topic, but like, it can be really hard when it's early in the morning and I haven't had my coffee and I'm trying to commute to work and everybody is like on my nerves, but it's that good reminder that it's like, yeah, like most people are not trying to be assholes. Like that is really not the intent. Like, so you have to give space for that.
And I think that you do that in friendships as well, right? You allow grace in those friendships if they're valuable and you feel like it's worth.
I think that's the only, like that's not the only, but like that is where I understand that to be very true. I just need to extend that out to strangers more. Let's spread that out because I do think like, I'm a big proponent of that, which I think leads like well into this conversation that we are going to have about friendship. So
let me ask you this though. Let's just dive in.
Let's do it.
So when you think about friendship, what would you say has been the foundation that has sustained them over time?
You showed me these questions kind of earlier just to like think about, I didn't write up a thing or anything, but it did get me thinking because I was trying to think about a like through line for all of the friendships that I have. And I think at the end of the day, where I've landed now with the friends that I have, and most of them I've had for like years and years at this point, is I feel really safe with them to be who I am and myself. And I went back to therapy recently, so apologize for me referencing my therapist like many times, but we did this like values judgment thing to figure out what my number one values were. And the number one value for me was like safety, which was something I honestly had never even thought about. But when I think about, like it's where I'm comfortable. It's where I feel like I can be myself. It's where I don't leave like I do when I'm talking to somebody I don't know that well and think, did I fuck up that relationship or because I said that thing and it was really stupid? Like if I say that thing and it's really stupid with my friend, I don't care because I feel like they know me well enough to have me not have to explain myself right. Selfishly, right? So that's from that piece, like that's what they're giving me. But I also think it sustains because I want to do that for other people. Like I love my friends and I want to keep them. I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel cared for. I want to be there for them and show up for them. And so I think that has to be the through line because a lot of these friendships are really different and they're kind of spread out too. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like I have my like group, but I also have all these other friends that are like kind of, it's not like one off, but like I would say you're not like my group of friends, right? I don't do that yearly girls trip with you, but you are someone that is just as meaningful as the rest of those folks and they're out. But you're out sort of separate from that. And I have a lot of friendships like that. Not a lot. I mean, not like a lot. I don't have that many friends. I'm tired, but a lot. Oh, I have so many friends. But anyway.
But safety is important, right? Like if you feel you can show up and be your authentic self, that's powerful. And you know, I think it's reassuring to have a place where you feel like I can show up, I can break down, and these people are going to love on me and pour into me, and I feel safe because, I think that's valuable. That's a powerful thing to have.
Yeah, for sure. And like, it's not even about like where I can be my weakest, but it's also, which is true, like, but you know me, like I cry on the drop of a hat. So like that piece isn't that hard, but what is really hard is like, just being able to be as stupid as I want to be in front of people and then not feeling bad about it. I don't know. It's like when you just want to joke around and just say the craziest shit and your friends are like, that's crazy, but also
that's Gina.
That's Gina.
And we're fine with that. And we love her all
We just know that level of energy is coming our way and we're not worried. Because I think, when I was like a kid, I always worried that I was too loud, too boisterous, too much, too all these things. And so I think the friends that I have value that about me and are okay with it and want that and want to see it, but they're also okay if I'm just not in that space and want it. So there is, I don't know if safety sounds really boring.
No, I think that's solid. I like that. I appreciate that. I'm happy you feel safe.
Yeah. And it's, that was fun to realize as we sort of went through book club and got closer. And we were close before that, but to have that sort of always on the calendar was just nice. Cause it was something I look forward to so much. And I felt so comfortable and I wasn't afraid to cook for you guys or have you over to my house. And I loved coming over to your house and I didn't feel weird about it. And I don't know. I just remember being a kid and feeling so uncomfortable in new homes and stuff. And I still kind of feel that way when I'm not comfortable in the space that I'm at. So my friends give me that comfort that I just think as an anxious person, I don't have naturally. Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. I love that for you. And I love that your friendships are able to give that to you. Because I think that's
it's a nice
that's valuable and
respite when it feels like every space you're in, I'm in a full sweat because I don't feel comfortable. I don't know what I'm supposed to do or how I'm talking. You know what I mean?
How I'm supposed to act or how I need to show up. Yeah, for sure. What do you think, if anything, that you do to cultivate your friendships? Is there anything that you do or?
Yeah. I'm unmarried and I don't have kids. So I think I take a different stance about how friendships are when you come into sort of middle age and older. Because I think we really, really value and put a lot of effort and focus on the quality of a romantic relationship and not so much friendships. That sort of falls to the wayside, which is, it's fine. I get it. I'm not asking anybody to say your friends are more important than your children, because that's absolutely insane. I would never say that. I would never even think that. I don't even feel that at any level, because what are you talking about? You should be a parent. Sorry. If that's your concern, right? But anyway, all that to say, you have to, it's like a plant, it's a living thing, whatever. You have to feed friendships. You can't just expect to do nothing and have it come back.
Yeah.
However, having said that, I think what I try and do with my friends who are married and who do have children is sort of is to meet them where they are, because they're in a different place than I am in terms of their time and what they're willing and able to do with the hours that they have in the day that are very limited. And, some of my friends' kids, well, I think the 30s was more difficult because we're talking babies then. You know how it is. All your friends have little toddlers or little babies that they're trying, and they're doing their best to be as social as they can because they still need it, but it's not as easy. So I feel for me with folks with kids, because I have more flexibility, my thing is I'll meet you where you are, physically, but also mentally, right? If you're only capable of giving 30% to this friendship right now, I can carry the load for that. I'm totally fine with that. I understand that this is a situational thing. And at the end of the day, if I need you, you're going to be there. But I'll come to your house if it's easier for you. Or if you want to get away from your kids, you can come over to my house. Or if it's easier to go to a spot near you, or if I don't hear from you for 4 months, it's fine. You're busy. I'm not going to feel a way about it. I just never have. So I feel that's what, at least for me, I can do as someone that doesn't, I don't want to call it a burden, but has the burden of all these extra, I got lots of time. You know what I mean?
That's what I've always appreciated about your friendship is I'd be like, hey, Gina, let's meet up here. And you're like, hey, I'm flexible. I can, I'm willing to accommodate. And that accommodation, though it may not seem like a lot to you as a person who's had, spouses and kids, and it's just been beneficial. It's like a respite, right? It's I know that this friendship understands what my life is right now and is willing to accommodate me where I need it. And I have always appreciated that.
Because I think there is this, because especially with romantic relationships, we talk about like what we deserve and what we need. And it's true. Like you don't want to be somebody in any relationship that's giving like 100% when the other person just like isn't showing up for you. But the nice thing about friendship is I do feel like it's more malleable, right? Like it's flexible to these changes that you need to have if there is a solid enough base and an understanding that like it's okay.
Yeah.
But it can't be nothing. You also can't be somebody that puts in zero effort and then is like, how come none of my friends call me anymore?
It's like, have you called them?
When's the last time you literally picked up the phone? I mean, I guess we don't talk on the phone anymore, but you know what I mean?
But that's what I told my son too. I'm like, Langston, a friendship is a relationship. You have to cultivate it, right?
Yeah.
So that means even if it's just like, I'm definitely a person that if a person comes across my mind, I'm going to shoot you a text like, hey, I was just thinking about you. I hope all is well. You know what I mean? Because I know we're all busy, but people need to know that you're thinking about them.
Here.
And that you know that you know, like it's a relationship. Like we may not talk every day, but if you need me, I'm here. Exactly. And you know that. And if you come across my mind, I'm like, hey, is everything good? How's your sister? What do we need?
Yeah. So. Well, and I mean, not to bring up the patriarchy, but doesn't it always come back to the patriarchy is this idea of like, I do really think we grow up in this society where the most important thing for cis hetero women is like, are you going to get married? Cultivate that relationship, build that part of your life. It's the biggest part of your life. It's the only part that's going to matter at the end of the day. And so I think what ends up happening and why there's these like, I don't know, sort of, like stereotypical like girlfriends that stab each other in the back or like whatever is because we don't focus on
cultivating that relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And really, when you think about that thought process, it sets up a dynamic in your romantic relationship where you're making your partner try to be everything.
100% of everything.
And it's like,
which listen, I guess maybe that works for people, but I am very single, but like that would not work. I think you end up expecting too much from somebody when the one person is the only person that you're like relying on for things. And that can be true of non-romantic relationships too. Like you can get into these patterns. It's draining and like, it's too much. Yeah. And I don't think that marriage should be like that. And again, I'm not married, so maybe I am 100% wrong, but like that's why it is important to have a base of friendship and even say, listen, it's going to ebb and flow, but like at the end of the day, like these things matter to me.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much, but like they matter to me when I think about who I am as like a whole person and what I need. And that's why, there's this like loneliness epidemic that they keep talking about. And it's especially affecting like men. I think that this is coming up because of those reasons. There's not people that are feeling those gaps for you. And it's hard for people to reach out. And I get it. I get all that stuff. But this is why it's super important to have like good friendships. Yeah. Hell, even if it's only like one friend.
That's it.
Some people don't need
a village.
25. And I don't need a village either. I'm tired. I told you, like, I can't do it. But like, but I probably am someone that likes having more than just one or two like close friends, but also that's good too. But you need something. We are social creatures. Like it is how we are built. It is who we are. And it's fine if that your life path doesn't lead you to like having like getting married and having kids or like whatever sort of, or you don't live with your parents forever or whatever, where this sort of automatic social things are sort of built into the life that you live. But like you have to learn how to make those happen. And I think you have to do that young, and you have to value those things.
You have to value it
young.
For sure. So looking back over your friendships, how have they changed over time?
Yeah.
Because I think about mine and my friend circle, like when I was younger, of course it was bigger because you're in high school, you're in college, and you're just doing all the things. But as I've gotten older, that circle of friends has definitely gotten smaller, like true friends. Like I know a lot of people. I have a lot of associates. I have a lot of people who maybe think we're closer than what we are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that like my core group of women that I'm going to call on when I am broken and down are basically the 10 of y'all that are coming to my birthday party with a couple people who can make it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, for me, over time, I've realized that it doesn't require a lot of women or a lot of them, right? It's just those core people that who know your heart, who's going to show up when you need them. Yeah. And then it changes over time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like any relationship, another thing you told me that I think about all the time is when your parents,
I'm a jewel dropper. You know what I'm saying? Pick them up.
I'm just hoarding as much as I can. But you had said about your folks, like they'd been together since they were in 8th grade, and you were like, the reason they're still literally married is they grew up together. Like they figured out how to become like adults together and go through parenthood together and be like grown-ups in a career, like have careers together. So I think about it like that too. And if you're not in the same, if you're in the same place that you are with your friends, they're probably not like that core group of friends. They're probably just acquaintances, which is totally fine. But like, I think, yeah, you're right. Those true friendships, like they deepen over time, like any good relationship should.
But then they're also seasonal, right? Like there's some relationships that have a season, you know, and then it falls apart or it falls off, not because of ill intent or, you know, anything. It's just like that season of our life has changed.
That is the thing I wish I realized when I was young and just being like, had all these friends and was not a good friend, or they weren't good friends. Like we were young and stupid in our teens and 20s and stuff. But like, I always, you know, I thought, oh, well, these are the friends I have. And so I have to keep them even if I don't like them. And, you know, you get to this place where I think that's nice. The growth that you have is like, oh no, I get to only like have people in my life that I like want to have in my life that like fill me up or make me feel safe or whatever those things are that you sort of need from friends. And so that's something I've definitely realized. But the thing I love about friendship over time, also the thing that I think is probably really boring to more adventurous people, is I like the comfort of, they know me, you know my backstory. I'm going to come over here and we're going to get right into it. It's going to start up immediately. Like we don't have to, like there's filling in of the day to day, right? But like I don't have to shorthand, like I don't have to explain anything. You know who I am. Do you know what I mean?
I love that too. That sense of, you know me, right?
You know me.
And so like I think back, you know, I'll be 50 here in a minute. And I was like, oh, I want to do all these great things for my 50th birthday. But then I was like, man, that really all I want to do is say thank you. Because when I turned 40, I was so broken in so many ways. And then you all just, even though I was like, oh, I don't really want to do anything, like people just showed up. Like my girlfriends flew in, you and your sister came down for dinner.
That was so
fun. I was like, that to me, so my 50th birthday, I just want to say thank you to all you guys. That's my theme. That's what I'm going for. And it's because when someone knows your heart, even when you are the strong friend or you're the strong person in your family, they will just show up.
Yeah.
Because they know that, you're all these things, but let us just love on you.
But also, like, aren't the strongest people the ones that sometimes need the most help because they don't ask for it?
They will not ask.
You and I are very much similar in that way, too. Like, everything's fine. Like you really, like don't worry about me. Like,
I'm a duck in water,
like,
just treading.
But honestly, like, no, not really. I'm actually breaking down inside and need help. So yeah. But it's great to like, it's sort of this, and it shouldn't always be unspoken. I guess I like that you're taking an opportunity to like say thank you in this party, and like that's great. It's so cool to hear that. But also like, it's tacit. I understand that you love me and that our friendship is strong, and you know what I mean? And I think the appreciation is good, but the reason we have a good and deep friendship is because I know, like I know, and I feel safe and comfortable with you, and I know you do with me too, because I know I wouldn't be allowed in your house otherwise.
Period.
Thank you. Show up at your door.
Like, what are you doing
we're
here?
Doing this online? Shit. Oh, hey, girl. I meant to text you before I left Seattle too, because I was like, maybe. Well, anyway, we can talk about that later. But yeah, it's safe, and it's like we just know we don't have to pretend we are who we aren't. Don't have to pretend we're doing good. We have to pretend we're doing bad. Like
we just show up. Just be yourself.
Are there, and it's good, and it feels like family in this way.
That's what I was going to say. For me, it goes from friendship to family. Yeah, right. If I'm having you at my home and at game nights and things like you're family. Yeah, like, it's just like, oh, that's Gina. She's family. Yeah, like no one's tripping.
Like no one's worried. Who's this person walking through the door?
That's Franco.
Just don't worry about her.
Just pass her a plate. Let's keep going.
She will have seconds probably, so don't be weird about it.
She's definitely gonna eat. Don't even question that. She's definitely gonna eat everything.
She's gonna eat and take leftovers, but also probably bring something.
And stay.
And I'll stay.
And stay for the whole event. Which, no shade. I appreciate that. Like, I love the fact that when you come to stuff, you're comfortable. Like you are like family. You're like, hey, and you're gonna hang out and just be a part of it.
But that's the thing. I love. I wouldn't do that with somebody that I was not that close to, I would be there. I would have a time set of when I was going to leave. I would not tell anybody that, but I would have a plan of like when I was going to show. Like I get crazy with it because I have anxiety, and so this is how I deal with like how that. I got this other thing planned, but like I don't have to do that with my close friends. I don't have to do that with you. I don't have to do that with other people because I feel comfortable and safe. Not, I mean, hopefully not like freeloading, but I think I have a good sense of like, it's time to go. Like I'm not here when everyone's brushing their teeth.
But you could if you wanted to stay. You are welcome to stay. But I just love that you feel comfortable enough, not only just with me, but like with extended family. You know what I mean? And so like, your family, come hang out.
I remember when I approached your mom at your graduation, and I was like, I'm Amanda's friend, and she's looking at me like, who's this? And then Maya saw me and it was fine. But it was just really funny because I was like, oh, I'm part of the family and you guys not met me. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I've come to events, but you haven't been there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's not my fault.
Well, let me ask. Okay. Yeah. This is going to be our last question.
Okay.
What advice would you give your younger self when it comes to friendships?
I actually think what my younger self needed to know was like, just because you're friends with somebody, like things can have the seasons, like you were saying, or sometimes things just aren't a good match. And like romantic relationships, like sometimes you just have friendships that don't work out and that's fine. It's not a failure of you. It just, you were probably friends with them because of close proximity or whatever. I mean, that's how that ends up happening, right? Like I think back to my 20s and I had this friend group, and I feel like the large in part reason, like I had fun with them and we partied, but that was kind of like why we were close.
The nature
and we were
of that relationship.
Yeah, and we were in like close physical proximity, but there always seemed to be this like, I don't know, like I never felt totally comfortable all the time, and and those friendships ended. So I think the advice I would give is like, it's okay to go into something and like realize things sort of have a natural end, or that you don't have to try really hard to maintain friendships that are with people that you just are not connecting with. Like, it's okay. It's okay if you, in romantic relationships, it's okay to like have two personalities that like just don't work. And it's the same in platonic relationships too. But I don't think I knew that for a really long. I think people try and hold on to friendships.
I do think that. I think people try to hold on to friendships and realize that just because a friendship ends doesn't mean that it has to be drama, right? Like it could just end.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a friend that we were friends when we were younger, and we were friends in college, and now as adults we don't really talk. But I know if she called me today and was like, Amanda, whoop, 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 I'm gonna show up. And we haven't talked in like 20 years. But like, girl, if you need me, I'm gonna show up.
Yeah, I'll be there if you need me, and it's fine. And we just sort of moved apart, but that doesn't mean it's anything bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I still, like, I have a friendship of someone that I was really, really close with for years and years, and we kind of like broke up a few years ago because I just realized there was a lot more effort I was putting into this than she was. But, you know, I miss her and I love her.
Yeah.
And if she really, really needed me, I would probably still be there for her. But in terms of like the day to day, like I just can't count on her anymore. And that's okay. Even though like it's okay for things to end. I think we all as just like people have a really hard time like having things come to an end, and we think we have to keep trying. I'm not saying don't try at all. Again, like you have to put effort into a friendship, but there's a reason you haven't talked to your friend in 20 years, and it doesn't mean that you're an asshole, and it doesn't mean that she is. It just means your lives went into these different places, and that's fine. Or you needed her in this really specific way back then because that's where you were, and you're not really there anymore.
And I think kids are kids, because I'm getting old, y'all, almost 50.
All
I think
of them
you
are
just
kids.
have to be like, everyone's not your friend, right? There are different levels to these relationships. And that's okay. Like, for me, if I'm calling you like a girlfriend, then we don't have to talk for whatever, and I'm gonna show up because you're my girl. But there's some people who I'm just acquaintances with, who I'm cool with, that, you know, if you call me, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let me see if I can help you problem solve this. But it may not necessarily be me dropping what I'm doing to show up for you.
Yeah, there can be different levels. That's another really actually good piece of advice, because that's something else I didn't understand. I don't think you don't understand nuance, I feel like, when you're young, right? And so hopefully the older you get, the more you can realize like different things can live at different levels, and that's totally acceptable. And it doesn't, you don't have it, which makes it a lot easier to focus on the friendships that do need that sort of, like, that you want to put that much effort into, because then you can just have, I like acquaintances. The word itself feels a little cold to me, but I know you're like, I don't care, but but I feel like that's a good thing for me to realize for things at, like, for work especially, because I'm like, oh, this is my work friend and this and that, and I'm like, no, I don't really think they're like a friend. I don't text them on Christmas, but they're my coworker and I have happy hour with them occasionally, but they're not like deep friends. But then there's other people that I do like kind of go over that line with. So, but knowing the difference now that I don't have to be like really good and close to everybody, like, helps me in terms of like my boundaries. I feel like
boundaries are important.
You don't want to give everything away.
Like, no, and everyone isn't. What's the word? Everyone is not allowed access.
Yeah.
To you or your feelings or whatever in that way, right? Everybody can't have a key to get in.
No.
Because then why do we have a key? Why do we have a lock to begin with? You know what I mean? Or why do we have these boundaries if we're not going to sustain them or hold the walls a little bit? So,
and I just don't think it's possible. Maybe for me, I don't necessarily want to speak for everybody else, that you can have like 100 quality friendships, like where they're your girls, like you were saying, right? Like, there's just no way to cultivate and keep something like that. I think it just becomes a numbers issue at a certain point. Yeah. So, not that I'm kicking people out of the room and people are dying to get in. I just mean, like,
we have a wait list. I'm sorry.
So wait, can you come back in 6 months? Like, I can maybe do a brunch then. But no, like, not at all. But also, like, I don't know how you would maintain that level, and maybe some people can. I know there are a lot more social people than I am that have like a million friends, but I think those people are just really good at making people feel like like they're special and that they are.
And that's a gift, right? That's really definitely a gift.
It's every good salesperson's gift, right? Is the ability to
make you feel like it's you,
or like performer on stage. Like, and these are all. I don't mean it to sound like I'm saying they're the guy from the Music Man, but like they're like trying to pull a fast one on you. But like, yeah, that is it's very. But I also wonder, like, how close are the relationships of the people?
Yeah,
if you are able to be that kind of slick, because to
everybody
me it feels but maybe it's just warmness that I
don't exude that warmness, ma'am.
It's fine.
Sorry, get warmer.
Be warmer,
get more friends.
I'd like to say I'm working on it, but I'm not. So
well, I appreciate you for coming out and taking the time. I'm very excited. It's funny because when I sent the text message to everyone, like, oh, I'm starting this podcast, you were the first one to respond, like, yes, I'm down.
Amazing.
So I was like, that's my girl. Come through, Gina.
I'm so supportive of this. I think it's really fun. I hope you have me back again if you think of some other good topics.
I will definitely. I'm going to have you and your sister with me and my sister.
Oh my God, a sister time.
That would be a funny one.
Oh my God, I love it.
Because you know I love your sister as well.
You might have to give her a cocktail or two to.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely.
We'll all have some cocktails or twos.
We'll do cocktails.
Yeah, you know it's
or twos.
She's better at like the boundaries, I think, than I am, because you know me, I'll start talking immediately, and she's a little better at that than I am.
No, when she's comfortable.
I know,
like you, because she's definitely comfortable. So she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to do that, because it's always good talking to you. I always get a lot and learn a lot and hopefully leave a lot.
It's a reciprocal relationship.
What a
learning is happening
both
ways. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening, and stay tuned for the next one.